wait, nothing? Don't panic. Our handyman's here to get your home buzzing again.
Patrick the handyman is here to show us how to wire a doorbell so you will never miss another knock or delivery again. I mean, I guess people can knock, but when your doorbell's not working, and I can attest to this, we went for like a year and a half where our doorbell was on the fritz. Sometimes it would ring, sometimes it wouldn't, and then I had to do this based on YouTube videos. I wish you had been with us then.
Well, he can be.
Yeah, so actually this segment is inspired by a client that I had this week, Larry in Southside, and he had the same issue. Well, actually not the same issue. His doorbell was never working. So
Never.
He lived in his house for, I think he said about 2 years or something, and just he missed deliveries and everything because the doorbell wasn't working.
Well, and I think often people are afraid to even open it up because of the electric, which, you know, if you're not doing it right, can be dangerous.
Yeah.
So you're going to kind of walk us through what to look for, what to look at.
Yeah, that was the other reason that I wanted to do this, kind of because all this is low voltage, so everything from the transformer, which is down here on the corner, that's plugged into your standard 120 of your house, everything past the transformer on this end is low voltage, so it's relatively safe comparatively to rewiring an outlet or a light switch or something.
But you still want to make sure that you've flipped it off in the breaker box, right?
Definitely.
With the power that goes to that area.
Definitely.
Yeah, and if you think you're in over your head, call in a professional.
100%. They do have transformers that are like just direct plug-in, so it's relatively easy. You don't need to do any wiring. Kind of demonstrating here in our box, like how this works. So there's a hot, a neutral, and a ground. Those are connected to the wires on the transformer.
And how do you know which is which? Is it color coded?
Yeah, so, well, a lot of houses in Pittsburgh are not color coded. So again, that's where, if you don't know what you're doing, don't start doing stuff.
Right.
But generally it is color coded. Green or bare wires are your ground wires. Black is your hot, and your white is your neutral.
Okay, I want to walk over here because I have a question. So this little bugger here, is this what you're calling the transformer?
Yeah, that is the transformer.
I could not
these
find
little
this.
prongs, we're not going to touch those. Those are where it's just low voltage, but we're not going to touch those because these are currently live.
Okay.
Yeah, so it basically takes our
Way to go,
120.
David. He's like, I've done this before.
Well, no, my point was, like, this wasn't anywhere near our front door or where our doorbell chime is.
Yeah.
It was like by the laundry machine, like the washing machine. That's what it's called. And I was like, why is it there?
Yeah, often it's not as simple as I've made it in this model. You have obviously your doorbell, which would be on the front of your house. You might recognize this prop from when I did the doors segment. So you'll see that by your front door, and then this wire with the two conductors right here is going to go somewhere into your house where you have an outlet.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that we're disconnecting the electric first. And this is a nice tool. Is this to check?
Yeah, this is a multimeter. You can use this, or there's also non-contact testers that you can use that will basically tell you whether or not the box is live.
Okay.
So check it first.
So we're going to check this first, and then what is typically the issue when a doorbell isn't working?
So there's tons of issues that can happen. I'm going to try to keep it to Larry's case. So in his instance, what happened was his actual bell was depressed and it got jammed in. So it was constantly sending voltage from the transformer into his bell housing.
Oh yeah, take that off. Yeah.
So basically, one of your wires runs from your actual bell button and it goes into the bell, and then the other one goes from the transformer, as you can see in these little wires here. These are usually buried in your wall somewhere. That's actually often the most difficult part of this, rather than all the wiring. Everything's exposed.
Yeah.
So basically what's going to happen is when you press that button, it's going to close the circuit, and then it will energize your bell, which we're going to see what will happen.
Hey!
I'll get you another shot up here so you can look in the bell housing. So when it's depressed, it'll be like that, and you can hear that buzzing.
Yeah.
So that's what was Larry's case. So it was constantly buzzing, and eventually what happened is it burned out his transformer. So what I did is I took my multimeter, I hooked it up to the two terminals on the transformer, and in this instance, you're gonna see that there is voltage coming out of the transformer. His instance, it was burned up and there wasn't anything coming out, even though it was wired into his
Interesting. So you knew kind of what the problem was. So fascinating. We're becoming electricians,
I
David.
know. I wish we had done this segment before I had tackled all that. Yeah, it would have saved me a lot of time.
giving us some tips and teaching us some stuff.
Yes.
I'm still going to call you, though.
Yes.
Patrick the Handyman is our regular PTL, Mr. Fix-It. We look forward to next month's solution.
And for more info on his services and booking, just head to our website. We'll have a link for you right there.